Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan, and welcome to the Dylan the Truth podcast. If you guys are new to this channel, I'd like for you guys to subscribe to it and also hit that like button. Deeply appreciate it. This segment is a bit of a shocker. Um, ESPN is cleaning house. Uh, I just got the news and I was completely shocked at the names that got fired. Well, I just named the four notable ones. The first one is Jeff Van Gundy. He's a color commentator on, ESPN. He usually does the finals, the NBA finals. Him, Mark Jackson, and Mike Breen. They're a great trio. Now he's no longer going to be part of that team. Then you have Jalen Rose. If you remember, Jalen Rose actually got fired before from ESPN. They brought him back, and then once again they fired him. Strange. I don't know what's going on. Max Kellerman was another one that got fired. I felt like he was kind of on the bubble like for a while now. I mean, ever since he was on First Take with Stephen A. Smith had an issue with him. He felt like, you know, he couldn't grow or the show can grow with those two being partners. So Stephen A. basically just gave him the boot. Basically said, you know what, I don't want him as my counterpart anymore. We need some new faces. So Max Kellerman was on another show. I can't remember the other show, but he was on a show with Keyshawn Johnson and what is his name? And Jay Williams. And speaking of Keyshawn Johnson is another one that got fired from ESPN. And amongst others, I think there was a few more. But these are the notable ones on ESPN. I'm not too sure what is going on. I don't know, maybe it's like budget cuts or why these guys are getting fired. Or maybe each of them had an issue with ESPN, maybe behind the scenes. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. It's all speculations, but I'm sure the news will come out. But I'm really shocked. I never thought these four guys would just get fired like that. Now, I mean, ESPN did keep like a few of them. Obviously, they're not gonna let go of Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is the face of ESPN. We all know this. So his job is safe. He's not going anywhere. Um, so far from what I'm seeing, Kendrick Perkins is still there. Malika Andrews is still there, although I have my issues with her because, she always finds an opportunity to attack black men. I don't know what it is about black men. I don't know what the black men did to her, but she's always so quick to, say something negative about black men. We all know what she said about the kid in the draft. Talk about bringing up some stuff that happened in the past. Like, why would you bring that up during draft night? Like, it makes no sense. I mean, you were very quiet when, Dana White slapped his wife. I didn't hear you say anything about that. Or you were very quiet when Barr was stealing money from Mississippi. You didn't say anything about that. But the second a black man says something, you're so quick to jump on it. So that's my issue I have with Malika Andrews. But she's still there. Not surprised they kept her for the very same reasons that I just spoke about. And I think Greeny is still there. I mean, there's still a few of them that's still there. I don't know where ESPN is heading. I it's just shock to me. Jay Williams, yes, he's another one that's still there as well. But I don't know. I guess they're kind of cutting down on the shows because ESPN has a lot of shows on the network. You got First Take, you got Get Up, you have the NFL show, you have I think they talk about baseball as well. Max Kellerman and Keyshawn Johnson had their show. there's so much going on with ESPN. I don't know if maybe, you know, they're on a budget and they can't pay everyone. So it looks like they just fired a bunch of them, um, which is unfortunate. I'm definitely gonna miss Jeff Van Gundy because he always kept it real when he's doing the commentating. He's usually the one like if he sees like a questionable call during the game, he would be the one to call it out. You know, he would want to know what the reason for why there's maybe a double technical when there shouldn't be a double technical, or maybe if there was a foul or maybe a foul that didn't get committed. He always questioned it. Everybody else is kind of like playing the safe card. You know, they don't want to step on any toes. But I feel like Jeff Van Gundy just, speaks his mind. And we're definitely going to miss that. Especially like in the playoffs. I mean, it's just not going to be the same. So I don't know. Um, we'll see where they go from here. But I was definitely shocked when I heard this news. Um, yeah, it's unfortunate. But, they're going to rely on Stephen A. Smith to carry the ship, as usual. He's been doing it for how many years now? So, I mean, they're going to lean on him even more now since they let go of a lot of these key pieces in ESPN. So, we will definitely see. Do I feel ESPN is still going to have an impact on, sports? Sure, they will. But it all depends on the personalities. It depends on who they have, hosting certain shows. Um, but they need to have like, how would I say, like a stage presence or somebody that's very entertaining. Yes, they can be analytical. They can break down the games and this and that, but they also make it entertaining to keep people in tune on what they're talking about. That's the thing that separates maybe Stephen A. Smith or guys like Shannon Sharp because they know how to break down the game very well, but they also know how to entertain the viewers. That's their speciality. And sometimes Stephen A. says outlandish things like, he does say things that's like a clickbait and a lot of people will click on it because of maybe he would say something like, I'm just throwing out like an example, but not him per se, but it's like he would say that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. So a lot of people will click on it and they would want to know why did he say that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. He's the master of that. He's the master of getting people to click onto his videos because, it's what they do. They have to create a story. They have to make it entertaining. It's their job. You can't really knock them for that. That's what they signed him for. That's what they paid Stephen A. Smith. You know, I don't know. I think it's like 12 million a year or something like that. I think he's the highest paid journalist like ever. Like that's insane. Like he's getting 12 million a year. That is insane. But then again, you have to factor in he has like multiple shows. It's not just First Take that he does. He does like late night shows. He does do Get Up. Even when the NBA playoffs is going on, he does like the halftime shows or the pregame shows. He's all over the place. So we'll see if ESPN can hold it together because I feel like right now Fox is probably smiling right now because they're looking like, oh, these guys got fired. Maybe we could just bring them to our team. Since we lost Shannon Sharp, we might as well bring these guys along because we need some new faces. So if you could bring Max Kellerman to Fox or Keyshawn Johnson, I'm not too sure about Jalen Rose. Maybe that's a iffy. Jeff Van Gundy definitely won't go to Fox. But maybe he's probably looking for a coaching gig or maybe as an executive or maybe consultant, something along those lines. So it'll be interesting. I can't wait to see how this is gonna unfold. Um, but that's my piece on this segment. I would like to thank everybody who tuned into this video. Till next time, peace.